Good morning, friends. This is Chris from Worthington Home. I'm about to head out with Eric. I need to drop him off at U-Haul. He's gonna rent a truck so he can finish out his clean out that he's doing. And then I have to run to the post office. I have lots of eBay packages to drop off. That means I've had lots of sales, which is a good thing. And then if I have time, I might stop off at 1 or 2 Goodwills. We'll have to see how the day goes. But let's get started. I just dropped Eric off and now we're headed to Goodwill in Avon, where I've never been before. So we'll see how it goes. And how it goes is closed. The whole neighborhood, in fact, is closed due to power outages from the storm. Goodwill has no electricity, and so we'll have to come up with a plan B. So I think I'm gonna head to the Goodwill in Glastonbury, Connecticut instead. Right off the bat, I'm very intrigued by these cups and saucers. They have a nice classic look to them, but I'm having some trouble finding the back stamp. So no, I can't seem to figure out who made this set. It remains a mystery. This is a beautiful Hitchcock side table. They want $200 for it. That's a little too steep for me, but what a great piece. I wonder if all of this white schmutz comes off. I think it does. Even the handles are nice. This is an adorable bowl with an underplate with the little ducks on them. I really like this set, but unfortunately it didn't comp very well on eBay, and I won't make enough of a profit to really make it worth my while, but they're cute. These plates are really interesting. They're like an optical illusion. They make my eyeballs dance all around. They were from Pier 1, $5 each. That seems a little steep, but I do really like them. Back here is a black and white mug. It's kind of an interesting piece. These teacups are pretty. Sango, fine china, $1 for that little teacup with the floral pattern. And there's even more china today. Look at that rose pattern. Makes me think of the 60s, $2 for that bowl. And there's a whole set here, which is really interesting. I'm trying to see if I can find the back stamp. These stupid stickers are blocking it. And this is another beautiful set. I love the pink flowers on this and the nice gold rim. $2 for this, and I can't read the back stamp, so, oh, there we go. China pearl, fine china. Very pretty set. What do we have here? Here's another pretty plate. Sango, $2 for this plate. There's a lot of really pretty china here today. And here's my pie plate for the day. We have some apple pie going on. This is $3. Yep. No matter how many times I see these pie plates, I never like them any better. And this poor platter is looking very rough today. I'll just put that back. This is an interesting set. I like the details on this. $1 for the cup. Victorian pearls made in China. Look at the rim. That's a really neat kind of look. I like that. Looks like it's priced well. These are very pretty. These are Lennox. $3 for one cup seems steep. Here's a plate that goes with it. It looks like there's either some damage around the rim or it's dirty or something. I'm not sure if that can really be fixed. But it says Lennox, Tiffany and Company, which I haven't seen Tiffany and Company associated with Lennox before. I'm gonna have to do some research there. This is a very interesting bowl with a 2-headed bird. No mark on that, $2. Very interesting piece. And this looks like a chip and dip kind of situation, but no mark on that. It's very heavy. I would not want to ship that. And this little false craft piece. little gravy boat with an underplate. These teacups seem to have some really good age to them, not in great shape. I wonder if those are spode. I couldn't read the back stamp. I have this little mug with my Christmas stash. And this is a $2 little mug with the seagulls. I always like seagulls on things. Here we have some more teacups, fine china. Pretty little pattern inside. And these are kind of interesting. I like the colors on these, $1. Fine china, it said. These are really interesting. I think they're candlestick holders, $2. But I like the shape and I like the color on them. They're kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to think about these. These are lovely saucers, but no teacups. These were made in Limoges, France. I would love to grab these, but with no teacup, there just really isn't much point. Only $1 for those. This is a really pretty little bowl. Made in Japan. Very pretty pattern on that. Here we have the queen, or at least the queen as was. It's like a little biscuit container. Kind of a little fun piece. Looks like that was originally from Marshall's. And here we have a nice selection of chairs. And I have a few favorites. I'm honing right in on this low back circa 1970s chair for $5. And there is the maker mark, Hale Company Incorporated. So this has been a really weird thrifting day. I went to one Goodwill and they were closed because of a power outage. I went to another Goodwill and ended up picking up things I have never picked up before, which I will show you later. And I decided third time was the charm, and I ran out to Salvation Army, which is right behind me. I need to pick up some groceries later, so I should have done that first, or normally I would have done that first, but it's so hot. I don't dare leave groceries in the car right now. So I'll have to backtrack a little, but I don't know, like my thrifting spidey senses just feel like there's one more trip that needs to happen. So let's see if I can find something good. Okay, let's check out what we have going on at Salvation Army today. I'm gonna just check out these bowls. I don't see any kind of back stamp on those. And I'm gonna look a little closer at this plate. I do like the cheerful flowers on this $2.99 Sango stone. And I'm just gonna keep looking. These are kind of interesting. Does anybody know what these are for? They are made in Japan. They're very pretty, I just don't know. These blue painted bottles are quite cheerful. I saw these glasses the last time I was here, $3.99, but they're 50% off. Just look at all the damage on the paint there. I just think it's just not worth it. No, I think they're just too damaged. This is a really cute piece for $3.99. I can't quite see, made in the USA. An F on it? Could that be Fostoria? I have no idea. Here we have a cute little collection of cups and saucers in the tiniest font ever. This was, I think, made in Japan. I'm not sure. This cup does not go with that saucer. Let's fix that. And the sticker is over the maker mark, so who the heck knows? Could have been made by anybody. This is a very pretty one. I like that one a lot, but I cannot read that back stamp. Let's see if we can read the saucer. Looks like maybe made in Germany, $2.99. I'll just put that back. This looks like Lenox, but is not. It was made in China. See a lot of those knockoffs lately. These are quite cute, these cups and saucers for $3.99. And these are Mikasa. And I like this platter for $2.99, but do you see, look at all of those utensil scrapes on this. Intaglio. It's a very pretty platter, but I think it's just too damaged. Here we have some more Franciscan Desert Rose. My camera's coming up blurry. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, let's try that again. Franciscan Desert Rose. Let's look at the back stamp. That's that really old back stamp, as I found out in my research a few vlogs ago. I'll have to think about those. I already have quite a few. This poor teapot has lost its lid. And here we have some cups and saucers. This says Craftsman China, I think. It's a pretty little gravy boat, but it's pretty damaged. Yeah, let's see. I'm having some trouble reading that. Semi something. It's not fine china. Those kinds of pieces are always damaged in my experience. These plates are a little bit haunting. I think it's because of the damage on it. Lodge Stoneware Collection. Too bad it's not in better shape. I can't tell if I think this is cute or just kind of pointless. Sakura tableware. What do you think? Is it cute? Is it just kind of Leave me a comment. Here we have lots of mugs, and this guy has a cool basket weave pattern, and it's Belique. That's a nice find. Very happy to find that guy. This is trying to be Port Marion, but it is not. This poor basin is missing its pitcher. This is a super cool piece. This is all cut from one piece, and it's the Lord's Prayer, and the frame is very beaten up. And speaking of beaten up frames, this is actually a tray, not a picture, but it has some really cool vintage graphics on it. And it's very interesting in many ways, but the tray frame is not in great shape. And the worst part is, we flip this over and you'll see my concern and why I'm ultimately not gonna buy this. Yikes. I mean, I suppose you could replace that, but I'm not looking for a project, that's for sure. I like these mats, $3.99 for 2, and I was tempted to get these for my own house for kind of a summery look, but if you think about it, it's $8 for 4 mats at Salvation Army, and I feel like I could buy new ones at Target. Here we have the basket section. Just perusing to see if there's anything interesting on these shelves. I really like this Bombay picture frame display, and if there was some easy way to ship it, I would. It was $12.99, so I'm not even gonna get it for an estate sale. This is adorable. It's a baby scale, or a stork scale, to be more precise, $11.99. That is a really interesting piece. Not something you see every day. And this lamp is so weird. It's like two-dimensional. Look at that. There's nothing behind it. I have never seen that in a lamp before. Interesting reflective surface. And they've got some other interesting lamps, but nothing that needs to come home with me. This little unicorn is interesting, as is $6.99. This barometer doesn't look super old, but I always think they're fun pieces. This one is $13.99. And just some wall clocks. Always good to know what time it is. Battery operated, of course. And we have a keyboard. And this clock is a little bit interesting. I don't know, does that say wolf? Not quite sure. It has kind of a neat look, but it looks like it's missing its internal organs. So that's a problem. Okay, I think we did pretty well here today. We're gonna head out and see what's next. Now, my goal is to get to the car without breaking everything in my cart. All right, last stop is Savers. that music didn't wake you up, I don't know what's going to. So here's our quick look at sabers. I was initially kind of tempted by these little dishes in the metal base, but they're really not old. They're kind of fun though. They have an interesting look to them. And these are very interesting, the kind of old-timey folk in these frames with the butter churn and the rifle. No back stamp on these, $4.99 each. And I feel like these owls are looking very wise. I don't know, maybe it's just me. $2.99 each on these little owls. They certainly have a lot of personality. Little bunny on an egg. You know I love a bunny on an egg. And these are interesting little Wedgwood plates. There's two for $4.99 here. These little glass fish are cute, but they're nothing special. At first I thought maybe they could be, but they were made by Party Light, so not rare and not valuable, but very cute. I'm checking out the section with vases and planters. You never know what you might find. This one's looking very zen, very loving. Here we have what looks like some kind of reproduction whiskey bottle. And just the usual kind of suspects. Of course, this is a Lenox piece that is overpriced at $7.49. I am sort of digging this duck. I don't know. At $14.99 and with some condition issues, he's not coming home with me, but I definitely think he has a fun look about him. Pier 1 was originally 30 something. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's kind of cute. Look at his wing though. He's got a chip and little dings and things. Who among us doesn't have some of those? This old car tray is very fun for $5.99. I don't think it's especially old, but it would be awfully fun like in a boy's bedroom. I could imagine that in Zach's room back in the day. I like this basket as well. You know I love a basket. This one looks like it's got some kind of silver plating on it. Made in China. And yeah, I like the handles on it. This is a pretty covered sugar and creamer. $9.99 seems like a little much. Let's see who made this guy. This was made by Federal. So pretty, and here's another piece of it. Looks like a sauce boat with an attached underplate. Federal shape, Syracuse, China. Very pretty. $8.99 on this piece. I'm obsessed with this teapot. Let's just say it, I'm obsessed. Look at that handle. I love the color. I love the metallic flowers. I know this is going to be a haul piece. And it is. It's $14.99, which is way too much for resale, but oh, these plates are kind of pretty in the blue color. $7.99 for 8 of them. Anchor Home. I wonder if that's related to Anchor Hawking. I bet it is. And here is some more of that set. Do you see the little teacups? Oh, first let me check this out. Little false craft plate. That's very cute. This looks like more of the same sort of Federal pattern we've seen already. Actually, this set seems to be scattered throughout the store. These teacups, actually mugs, are beautiful. Grace's Teaware. Grace's Teaware seems to make some very pretty things, I find. $4.99 for the 4 of them. And we've got some other interesting pieces. Here's a little Donald Duck mug. I comped that out, though they are very plentiful and not very valuable, but I think he's got a great look. This is an interesting Lenox plate that I had never seen before. $16.99 for 4 plates. Futura, I think it says. Very interesting. Here's another piece of that Federal set. $14.99 for this platter. They're pricing the pieces from this set pretty high, and the comps don't seem to bear out that strategy, but you know, whatever. You never know. They might get a seller who falls in love with it, right? Little Johnson Brothers piece there. This is a cute piece of lusterware. Lusterware doesn't really sell, but I like the flowers on this, and I like the little stripes. $7.99 is definitely a no. Let's look at this blue glass, I know it looks like a cake plate. $9.99 is more than I'm gonna pay for it, but I really like the shape. Pretty little bowl. $12.99 is insane. And I like this little basket. It's really cute, hand painted in Portugal. $6.99 for this little basket. Here's more of those federal pieces. $9.99 for this bowl. Looks like there's a whole stack of them. Too bad they don't put that whole set together. I think somebody might pop on the whole set. I like this little plate. Fitz and Floyd. Yeah, it's really pretty, $1.99. This woven style basket's very pretty for $5.99. I'm not seeing any chips or cracks on the flowers. No back stamp on this. Very nice. This is kind of fun as well. It's like a little tray, $5.99 for this piece. These are killing me. I love these so much, these beautiful antique canisters. The price isn't terrible, but I can't use them in my own house. Absolutely no space for them, and they're not the right colors for my kitchen. And I just don't think they'd resell on eBay. So I'm not gonna take a chance on them, but it is really fun to see them. And I hope somebody falls in love with them and buys them and brings them home and enjoys them. Here we have a little grinder in what looks like some kind of old cheese box from England. I don't know, I wonder if all the parts are there. Yeah, I don't really need to grind anything either, so there's that. Here's a cute little chicken stool for $10.99. And here's a little Lennox Santa. This guy does not have a track record of selling on eBay, but I do think he's very cute. $8.49 seems high, but yeah, a little Lennox Santa with toys. I think he's really cute. Okay, I think we've done enough damage for the day. And once again, if I can get my cart to my car without breaking all of the contents, I will consider myself to be a big success. Last stop before I head home is perhaps the most important one of the day, other than getting Eric to U-Haul, and that is the post office, so I can get all of my eBay packages in the mail on time. I have been so excited to show you my haul from that full day of thrifting. I picked up some really interesting things, but to just get this out of the way, I'm gonna warn you now, my fingernails are in a state. I have been gardening my head off. Lots of weeds that needed to come under control. The garden, the vegetable bed needed some TLC. So I have scrubbed and scrubbed, but my poor hands, yeah, nobody's gonna hire me to be a hand model today. So with that out of the way, let me show you what I got. So I started off at the Goodwill in, where was it? Glastonbury, after the Goodwill in Avon was closed. And I picked up a few interesting things to start with, and then I got something really cool at the end. So let me start with the basics. The first thing I picked up were these candlestick holders. I thought these were really pretty. They're in this light pink glass. I really like the details. Anyway, I think they're candlestick holders, right? I don't think these are glasses. No, they've got to be candlestick holders. Anyway, whatever they are, I thought they were really pretty. I loved this design on top of them, so I decided to pick these up. They're not marked. I don't think they're anything super valuable. I just thought they had kind of a great look, and so I decided to take a chance on them. They were $2 each, and these will be going on my eBay store. I also picked up this really pretty Easter decoration. It's this great like woven style ceramic basket with the colorful eggs inside. They also seem to be made of some kind of ceramic. This piece, was, well, you can sort of see the back stamp. It was made in Italy, And the price on this was $5. So I think I'm gonna actually keep this for myself. And if I decide at some point to part with it, I will, but I think it's really adorable. Then I picked up these teacups and saucers. But before I even show you the teacups and saucers, the first thing I found in the same pattern was this plate. Now, this plate is not in perfect condition. It's got some damage around the rim, and I don't know if it's just like something that can be washed off, if we can get a little goo gone. I'm not really sure if I can bring that back to where I want it to be. But the reason why I bought this plate was because it says Lenox and then Tiffany & Co., which I had never seen before. And apparently, I did not know this, Lenox and Tiffany Co. made a lot of pieces together back in the day. And so I tried to do some quick research about that just because I was really curious. And I really couldn't find anything. I found examples of things that were for sale that were made by Lenox and Tiffany Co. But I couldn't get sort of the backstory about what all of that was about. So I'll look that up a little bit more later. And if anybody happens to know, please let me know in the comments. I just found it very interesting. So I picked up a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you hear Licorice tap dancing in the background? She's in rare form and we just got started. 6 of these teacups and saucers in the same pattern. What's interesting is that these, the saucer, that's interesting. I was gonna say the teacup didn't say Lenox, Tiffany & Co., but it does. And I don't know what the saucers, honey, please stop. Shh. No more tap dancing. Can you sit? Yeah, good girl. Oh my, okay, good girl. Let's see if she'll stop. I'm gonna keep petting her because sometimes that helps. I can't see what the back stamp says on the saucer because the tag is in the way, but you stay. No, you just stay. But I thought this was a really pretty teacup and saucer set. And as I said, there's 6 of them. Now, these would have been completely unaffordable. They would have come to like $30 because the way it was priced, the plates, the saucers were priced at $3 and the teacups were also priced at $3. So $6 per set. So when I got to the checkout line, I was talking to the cashier. She was really nice. And I had said, you know what? I'm gonna put these back. I can't justify the price. It's just too much. I'm really sorry. Do you want me to just put them back? And she was like, let me talk to the manager. Sometimes we can get a better price. I was amazed. So she called the manager over and then she said, let me do all the talking. So I said nothing. And she talked to the manager and she was like showing her, see how the teacups are 3 and the saucers are 3. And that does seem like an awful lot. And I was thinking maybe we could do better if you think, like, she was great. And I ended up getting the whole thing for half off. So still a little pricey, but I just love that Lenox, Tiffany & Co. sort of combination and want to do the research. Like I said, I was so touched that that cashier would even bother to try to get me a better price and that the manager in the end was really flexible. So as I've said 1,000 million times on this channel, and I will probably say 1,000 million times more, I have such luck with the people that work at Goodwill. They are always so kind and so good to me, and I really appreciated them doing this deal. Okay, let's just look at Licorice, the tap dancing dog, for a minute. Look how excited she is. Look at that tail go. She is like ready for her tap dancing audition for sure. This is what I'm most excited about. These chairs. I never knew about these chairs until we did an online estate sale, and I found out that they are very collectible actually. I paid $5 each for them, so $20 total. I just want to show you the pretty scroll work, and the patina is really nice. Do you see how it has wear right at the edge, and then there's some wear at the base as well, which is exactly what you should see with an older piece, and wear around the arms. I love that. And they still have the old paper tag. I'm going to put my phone down so I can show you this without breaking the chair. So here is the tag. You can see it's made by Hale Company in East Arlington, Vermont, and it's called a Pilot's Side Chair with a vintage finish. I think this says 78, so I'm wondering if this was made in 1978. Licorice, do you think it was made in 1978? Yeah, she isn't really sure, but I think they were made in 1978. They are unbelievably solid, and they're in very good shape, unless you're someone who doesn't like patina, but I think usually if you are buying older chairs, you do like patina. The only imperfection, there's a little bit of wear here, and this little plug has a tiny chip, which of course I will highlight all of those things when I list these for sale. But I was really excited to find them, especially now that I know more about them. So in buying those chairs, I did something that I have not yet done as a reseller. I have not bought furniture before. And I decided to take what I think was probably a very small risk by investing $20 in these chairs. So my plan for them is we're gonna have an upcoming online estate sale, I don't know, in a few weeks. We're gonna have to see. It's very time consuming to list all of those things, but I'm gonna make the time. We need to clean out a little space in the barn. I'm gonna do it all in the barn so that our house doesn't become crazy and chaotic. And I think maybe 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even the first week in August. We'll see how it goes. But I am gonna feature these chairs as part of that online estate sale. The last time we had chairs, they sold for hundreds of dollars. And they sold with the table, but the people who bid on the set made it very clear that they were not interested in the table. They were only interested in the chairs. So I'm hoping these do well. I think for absolute sure, I'm gonna at least double my money, but I have a feeling they might go on the higher side. So fingers crossed. So my next stop was Salvation Army, and I did very well at Salvation Army, including this big set. This is one of 4 dinner plates. I had seen the set before, but it was more money than I was gonna spend. This is Temperware by Lennox, and the pattern is Magic Garden. And I love how it kind of looks like pointillism. I think the pattern is, oops, sorry, that was licorice. I think the pattern is really pretty. And there are quite a few of these on eBay, but they also really do sell. And at half off, it was worth it for me. So I'm trying to see what I paid for these dinner plates. Oh, here we go. So $4.99 for a set of 4 of these dinner plates, but it was half off. So it was just, I guess, basically $2.50 for the stack of 4 dinner plates. Then I bought, these bread and butter plates in the same pattern. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, $5.99. So these were about $3. And then, salad or luncheon plates. And this stack was $5.99. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And so these were $3. And then I bought bowls. So the bowls were priced individually at $3, so they were $1.50 each. I find a lot of times when I list sets online on my eBay store, bowls typically seem to sell really well. So I'm hoping that somebody is excited to find these. Everything's in really nice condition. They all need, of course, a good wash, but fun set, and we'll see how it does. Okay, I thought I would just show this to you on the table. A little easier. I've got to get rid of this because Indy will play with it. But I picked up some more Franciscan Desert Rose, which was maybe a dodgy thing to do because I already have quite a bit of it. But here we have 2 smaller plates. I guess these are luncheon or salad plates. It's got the really old stamp on it, $3.99. And the pink, I don't believe the pink label was on sale, so I think I did actually pay $3.99. And then I bought these, and yes, I see this one has a big crack. It's the only damaged one, and it's a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I'll end up selling 4, which is fine. And these were $4.94, which I still thought was a good price. So I'll clean those up and put them on my eBay store as well. Then I was excited to find this beautiful leaded glass frame. And this is, lead crystal Ceylon frame. This is, oops, let me give you a better shot. Marquee by Waterford Crystal. And I have sold, look, it still has its tag. I've sold this before on eBay and done really well. The one that I sold was bigger, but I think this is really nice. It is in very pretty condition. There's no scratches or anything on this. So I hope somebody's really excited to find it. The other thing I picked up, this is a little dingy. I need to kind of clean it up. This is a little case, $2.99. And what I plan to do is clean this up a bit, and I am gonna put my recent collection of vintage handkerchiefs in this. I have one of these in blue that was my grandmother with all of her original handkerchiefs that she had back in the day. So I thought it would be nice to get a different one to put some of the other pieces in. So again, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Hopefully I can get this looking better. And then I think it will be a great case for some of those more recent finds. The last thing I got at Salvation Army was this great mug. I've got Irish roots, it says. This was $2.99. And this is Bleak. So I was super happy to find this. And it's got the nice basket weave on the back. And it needs a really good wash like everything else. And yeah, this seems to sell very well on eBay. So this will be on my store soon. Actually, even by the time you watch this video, it may already be listed. We'll see how things go. Okay, here is the last thing I picked up that I want to show you. This is all hand cut. I think this was made in Germany. I did some early research on it and it looked like it is called something like Scherenschnitt. I'm gonna link that below so you can see what I'm talking about. But I thought this was incredible. Can you imagine that this is all hand cut? It is a really interesting piece. The frame is completely dead, in my opinion. Look at all that damage. Yeah, it's really beat. See that? However, I think that is just wild. And I am actually considering having this reframed and rematted and keeping this for myself. I think it's really unique. I really love it. I love all of the detail. It's just so different. And Eric loved it as well. Licorice is tap dancing in joy. And I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. So if I do, I will probably put it in my second floor hallway. I have some space there and I've been looking for just the right thing. And I think what I would do is put a very neutral mat in the back. I wouldn't want to make it pop in quite the same way. I don't know. There is a frame place I really like in Middletown, so I think I would ask their opinion. And yeah, so this is, I think, 85% chance I'm keeping this guy. Okay, next up, I went to Savers and I found this stack of tiny little toll trays. 8 for $4.99. How cute are these? They're in really nice condition. And I thought they were adorable. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do with them. I really don't know. Aren't they so great? Yeah, I really liked these. Nothing special on the back, but I thought they were adorable. So I'm gonna have to kind of consider what I'm doing. I don't know if I'll sell them, if I'll keep them. Not really sure, but I thought they were really fun. Then I picked up, oh, and these were, oh, I told you the price. Then these were little tiny Wedgwood plates of the royal wedding. So that's Prince Charles, as he was then, and Lady Diana Spencer and their royal wedding in 1981. And then the royal birth. So this was the birth of Prince William, I guess, in 1984. Or would 1984 have been Prince Harry? I don't even know. Because I think they had Prince William pretty much right after they got married. So I don't know. There's the back. You can see it says Wedgwood, made in England. $4.99 for the two of them. They're cute. I think a little bit discolored, but that happens sometimes with Wedgwood. I think I'm gonna keep these because I do like royal family memorabilia, like souvenir wear stuff, so I think I might keep that. I also found this little Peter Rabbit piece that was in partnership with Wedgwood. So continuing the Wedgwood theme, it was $3.99, which might have been a silly purchase. It is also a very specific piece. So it's meant to be for christening present to save money. So like a little bank. It's missing its stopper, as you can see, but who doesn't love some Peter Rabbit? Then I found this interesting, I don't know, is this a ramekin? Is this a tart plate? You tell me. I think this is Evesham. Is it Evesham? I don't know. Oops, there we go. Made in England. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I thought this was a really fun piece. And oops, I have no tag. No, here it is. $4.49 for this. And then I picked up this very small plate. It is nothing super special. I just loved the design on this for $1.99. I thought it was really, really pretty. And this is made by Fitz and Floyd, and it's called Moonflower. So, pretty little piece. I will probably stick on my eBay store. And then we have this guy. So, this is a little Port Marion canister. There is the bottom. This is not my pattern, so I will probably put this on my store. But I thought it was very pretty, $4.49. Again, maybe a little high. But I thought it had a great quality, and I really never find Port Marion at Savers, so I thought I would snag this. Okay, so last but not least, I want to show you my very favorite thing that I picked up at Savers. I went back and forth on this so much, and in the end, I decided to buy it, and I'm going to blame that decision on somebody else. I'm going to blame it on Judy. Hi, Judy, if you're watching. Judy is a viewer of this channel, and she recognized me in Savers, and she was so kind to come over and say hello and introduce herself, and meeting her and talking to her absolutely made my day. So thank you again, Judy, for doing that. And I was explaining to her my debate, my dilemma, because I fell in love with this teapot. I love the handle on this. It is so good. I love the metallic flower pattern. It's in perfect condition. This was made by Hall. You can't really see the back stamp because of the sticker. Oops, where is it? It's kind of coming up funny, but it was, yeah, it's backwards, but it was $14.99. And so definitely, you know, not really resellable. These seem to go on eBay for around $18 to $20. So no kind of decent profit there, but keep it. I love it. And I enjoy Hall. I know Hall isn't super expensive or super hard to come by or anything, but I just loved the shape of this. I thought it was awesome. And Judy said, just keep it. So I'm going to do what she said. And I told her that I was going to blame her. So you heard it here. But I do love this teapot. And I think, yeah, it was one of my favorite finds. This and the hand-cut Lord's Prayer framed piece. I think those are my two favorite, although I do also love the chair. It's hard to pick a favorite. So here's a better look at the teapot because there was so much glare before. So you can really see the nice gold details on this piece and the excellent handle, which was really the part that sold me on it. And while I'm at it, I also want to show you a better close-up of these bowls that I purchased. So you can see how nice those are. Again, at that sale price, I thought they were worth it. We've seen these before at my channel, and again, this one I'm just going to toss, and I knew about that crack, so I'm not upset about it. Some Franciscan Desert Rose. And I wanted to show you a better look at the Lenox teacups. Oops. And saucers. So there's the saucer. And here is a teacup. I think they're really, really beautiful. These will go on my eBay store. I don't think I said that before. So better look at them, and then better look at the candlesticks. I think they're candlesticks. Oh my gosh, if they're not candlesticks, please don't send me snarky comments. I'm doing my best and trying to learn. And then here is a close-up. I know, yuck, needs to be washed, but here's a close-up of the porcelain basket with the eggs. So big old haul. Very happy with it. Oh, and the stuff back there is from the estate clean out, so don't mind that. But yeah, nice big haul. We've got a little Wilson in the background. Wilson, wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Can you see him? I think you can see him. Hey, good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Last thing I want to share with you before I sign off is I'm almost afraid to say it because I don't want to jinx anything, but Iris's ear has finally healed. Fingers crossed she has not been scratching at it. We won't talk about what she was doing with the scabs and all that stuff. It's healed. And I also have to say, and again, I don't want to jinx myself, she's been so much calmer and she has not been breaking everything. So this has been a really positive change. I love her anyway, love her, whether her ear is hurt or whatever she's doing. I love my cat, but yeah, I'm really happy about it. So seems like maybe we've turned a corner. I'm certainly hopeful. And I hope that we never have that ear situation again, because it looked so uncomfortable for her. And of course, you know, it's not like I can explain it to her and she can understand like, oh, I just need to not scratch it again. You know, with animals, you just do your best, but I'm so glad that she's feeling better. I thought I'd try to show you a quick shot of Iris's ears. Don't they look so good? Oop, hi, honey. Say, I feel better. I'm so much better. Cute little thing. She loves her tummy rubbed. And in case you're wondering, hey, sweet girl. Aw. In case you're wondering, her brother is right here on the dog blanket. Hi, Andy. Hi. And of course, right next to me, always, is the tap dancer. Good girl. And Wilson is downstairs. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this very large haul and this full day of thrifting. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe and like this video if you liked it. And I hope to see you really soon. Bye for now.